was all past color done in a salon, or?
Yeah, no, some of it I did
at home.
Yes, but I haven't done that 7 or 8 months, and then the last color was in a salon, and she was trying to pull some of what I had done out.
Okay.
And that was probably in either August or July or August of this year. So I haven't done anything since then. And then she'd put a toner on top of it.
Okay.
As well.
So you've lightened it once since, and you were doing base color?
She lightened it twice.
Twice? Okay.
Yeah, like in the summer, but the last time was in July or August.
Okay.
And there's like.
How did your hair feel after she lightened it?
Fine.
It was fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to stay more blended rather than going solid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to have like, I wouldn't say low maintenance, but
yeah.
You know, I don't mind having like a little bit of darker, like just in like the front here. So I like what's coming in.
Okay. So I don't think your hair will get to that shade today.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a pretty close example, since you've done at-home color too, of what it might look like today if we do a more blended route.
Yeah.
So this is like a similar client. She had some dark color at home salon, and then this is her first time lightening with me. This was the lightest that her hair was able to get. And after that, she was going about like maybe 3 or 4 months in between. And this was probably, I think this was like her second session with me.
Okay.
And then after that, we've just been kind of toning because she didn't want to do solid like you. And so what we do is we do the highlights and then do a demi in between. What the demi does is it, like where your white hair is, it just sheerly covers the white hair. So you still see like where the white hair is placed, it's just not fully covered. And we can make it like kind of like a brownish tone.
Okay.
But you'll still have that effect to where like your root's a little bit lighter than the ends, because I don't think your hair will be able to get silver right now. And your hair, texture wise, and I'm feeling it, I have to be really gentle with it because it's on the finer side. It's curly, so I want to just take my time with it. I don't want to rush into it. So that, and your hair is long too, so I want to preserve the length as much as possible. So for alternative, maybe like we can do, if your hair doesn't get light enough, like maybe a warmer brown to start off with. Whatever your hair can handle, because your hair is just a little bit more fragile. And I want to be extremely careful with it to start off with. But we'll do the demi and the blend, but you might just have, it will be a softer grow out from what you previously had, because we're going to be adding those highlights that add that transition, but you will still have the effect to where it's like slightly more neutral warm tone to your white as it grows out. But we'll gradually remove the demi, because after the first session we didn't do the demi for her second, and we were able to incorporate her natural into the highlights, and so it started to blend a lot softer. Okay, are we doing a haircut too, Ren?
No, I want to, just because I want to see what the curl does first.
Yeah, that's fine. The other thing is it will relax the curl, and the first 2 months are really crucial to moisture and taking care of it. For most clients, I always say give it 2 months to like really take care of it, and then by then it should kind of get back to its health and bounce back, but it sometimes never fully bounces back for some clients, and they just kind of have to redo their whole routine and find new products that works for them at that point, because your hair is now like lightened a lot lighter. Okay.
I figured at some point it needs to be cut, but I'm like, all right, I can.
Okay, sounds good. Then just blow dry at the end.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So here we have a brand new client who wants to do some great blending, but she doesn't want to have something that is going to be too solid. Now, originally I would have suggested for this client to do something solid, but since she really wanted to keep some dimension, which is also totally fine, she wasn't fully ready to go fully light yet. We are going to be leaving some dimension, so I'm going to be going in with my signature placement. Now with this signature placement, I always start in the back, and we are going to foil her since she's wanting to have some dimension throughout her hair color.
And then everything that's like left out in between her foils, we are going to low light it with a demi, only at the root though. I'm not going to be hitting the previous dark mids and ends. It's really just so that the root area doesn't look lighter than the rest of the color, since we are going in with more of a foil blend. And even though we are doing a more foil blend on her, I did let her know because of her gray pattern, she still might have the slight effect to where her roots are a little bit lighter as they grow in. So that's the only downside when a client has more silver, white than pepper in their hair naturally. But I'm also just going to go in and try to do a very heavy foil placement to also kind of get rid of the mids and ends, that dark color there. So I'm going in with my signature placement. I'm taking a mohawk section in the back. Now this mohawk section is going to go all the way up the head until I reach her hairline in the front, and I am taking slices so that we are working smarter and not harder. And by that, I mean next time when she comes in for her touch-up, this is going to be really easy for me to touch it up and pick out everything that I left out this time. And also, I want to mention that I'm using the Danger Jones lightener for the mids and ends where that dark permanent color is, but I'm going in with another lightener brand that has more of a slower lift to it, and using that with 5 volume. And now I'm using that lighter formulation, technically like a weaker bleach formulation, for her root, because I know her root is virgin. It's gonna lift really light, and she's also a lot more salt than pepper too, so that also plays into it to where her hair will lighten a lot quicker than the rest. And then I use that Danger Jones lightener with 20 volume on the darker areas of her hair, because I know that that lightener is formulated with bonder, so it has protection but also lifts the hair very well, in my opinion, in the sense that it's a little bit quicker and it's able to break through dark colors a lot easier and still be gentle on the hair. And again, in her consult too, I did mention that her hair texture, I want to be extra careful because she does have some curl. She wears it long and it's more on the finer textured side, so I just want to be extra careful to do this in a very slow progression so that we can keep the integrity of her hair. So she originally came in with gold photos that were very gray and salt and pepper, just very dimensional. Now in the consult, since we are being more careful on her hair, I really don't want to push it past its limits at all, so that we have more to work with next time when she comes in and she can keep her hair as healthy as possible during this whole process. I showed her some examples of past client that very similar situation to where they have a similar gray pattern and similar color history too, with at-home color and it being dark, and they both wear it long. So it was a good visual for her to see kind of what it might end up looking like. And then also I did mention to her that since we're doing a more corrective color, I am going in with more of a heavy placement. We are still keeping some of the dimension, but she's overall still going to feel a little bit lighter. And with that being said, in the front of her hairline, whenever I'm doing a corrective color like this, and the hair, I know I don't want to push it too far, especially around the hairline, I'd rather take it in sessions, then I'm going to do the hairline foils back to back, meaning these foils will be slices back to back. And I generally don't do that on every client, but specifically for this type of case and what we're trying to achieve, the reason why I did these slices back to back off her hairline is because if these pieces don't lighten as light as the back because they are more finer and more fragile, then I'd rather it be warmer this session so that we have and have room to lighten it next time, opposed to letting it being over processed. So around the hairline, I just like to be a little bit more extra careful with certain hair textures, especially when it's a bit finer, because generally the hairline is already finer on everybody. So I just like to take extra precaution and make sure that those hairs are nice and lightened to whatever it can take. And so doing slices back to back allows me to relighten it as a solid application, so that it's a lot easier for me to paint onto those warm pieces opposed to if there was dimension in between those hairline foils. So even though we did different levels of lightener and different types of bleach, you can see whatever lifted to about a level 9, we started pulling out her foils, and I was able to see what her hair could really take. Her roots still lightened up a lot lighter than those mids and ends. Some of the mids and ends did lighten up a little bit warmer, but that was totally expected just because she did at-home color. It was pretty dark, and I really don't want to push it too far with what we're doing today. So I am using the Danger Jones gloss toners for her root shadow. We did the 6-3, and then those mids and ends we did the 6-01 with 9-12. We let it sit for about like 10 minutes or so and then rinsed it off.
Wow! Oh my god.
So
And I haven't had my hair straight in forever. Wow. It looks so different. It's pretty.
I love it on you.
Oh, yay! There's not that long. Oh,
And you still have to
thank you.
mention, you're very welcome. I'm gonna finish up.
Okay.
So
Oh my
good.
Beyonce. No, okay.
Yeah, really. It looks
Oh,
like
wow.
so good.
Oh wow. Yay! Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, everything looks great. Yeah. The warmth that's like in this area, we'll pick that out next time. That would be the goal. But if you can just grow this out, that's fine too. I have no preference.
Okay.
Just whenever you start to feel like you don't love your hair anymore and you want to pick it out, then let me know.
And when you say pick it out, what does that mean?
So I weaved you, so like everything outside the foils, I would pick up next time to get rid of the warmth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's when we'll probably decide maybe you can go without the demi in between. But most of it is pretty much out. I tried to do a very heavy like pattern, but still give you some dimension so you're not completely solid.
Sure.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. Ooh! So soft too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God, you're welcome.
Wow.
Amazing.
I'm like a new person. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, it's so pretty.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank
It's so
you.
good.
Alrighty guys, so here is the finished look. I absolutely love this. This was so gorgeous on her, and it just made me so happy to see her reaction, how much she loved it, and I feel like she looks a lot better with a lighter tone overall compared to the darker color. Now when this grows out, it will lighten up a little bit more golden and lighter, but by then it'll blend with her lighter roots anyways versus that old color that was a lot darker than this. So when she comes in next time, what we're going to probably do is pick up more of that warmth in, and then she kind of just has the option whether or not we do the demi this next appointment, but I told her to wait as long as possible so that we can start using her natural dimension too to create the ultimate soft blend. Alrighty guys, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you guys next week.